enjoying this.
The award-winning Cool FM Sports brings you to Domingo Paez Field for the Lower Men's Softball Championship on this breezy, blustery Wednesday night, June 17th, with Sierra Vista City League Softball presented by SSVEC. It is Jeff Davenport on this breezy, very, very windy evening. And just like that, there is a walk after a 3-run homer. Team 3-out rally is starting with a 3-0 lead as Plum just took the base, and that will bring up Arturo. Arturo lines it into center, or flies into center, and drops in for a base hit, and that will leave 2 on. The wind is doing some serious damage to not only our microphone and probably this broadcast, but also the defense, because Team Puya is in the field. They are the higher seed. We've been told that Team Puya has played well all season long, but Team 3-out rally has hit their stride right here in the playoffs. It's Javi at the plate for Team 3-out rally. Starts with a 1-1 count, and now it becomes 1-2 after the strike called by the home plate umpire. There are 2 umpires in this championship game. Sharp ground ball goes into center field. They will hold the runner at third, so the bases are loaded, and there is a 3-0 lead for Team 3-out rally. We sound good? Okay, that's good to know. Brendan, the shortstop, he will step up to the plate next for Team 3-out rally with the bases loaded. And in slow pitch softball, it starts with a 1-1 count. He waits, drives it into center field. The center fielder shifts over, not able to make the play. 1 run scores, a 2nd run scores. They'll hold the runner at third. It'll be a 2-run double, 5-0. 5-0. As my hat almost blew off as I'm grabbing everything here. This is going to be a windy, gnarly game. So a 5-0 lead for Team 3-out rally. Adam at the plate. That's a ground ball. Goes to the second baseman, looks off the runners, throws over to first for the first out of the top of the first. And Ryan Waldo will step up to the plate. He is the pitcher for Team 3-out rally. A buddy of mine from high school. We go way back. Good to see him still involved in sports and sporting activities. Center fielder dives in, does not make the play. They will wave 1 runner in, hold the other runner at third. It is an RBI single, and it's 6-0 3-out rally. And they will get Ryan a pinch runner. That's Isaac Jolsrud coming into pinch run. That is a foul ball, tailing off to the side. He was okay. There was a young person right out here, very young kids playing to the side. In between these 2 fields, there are 2 fields here at Domingo Paez 1 and 2. Thank you to our fantastic sponsors. Again, SSVEC powering our live stream sports coverage all season long, including this championship game for the lower men's championship. The upper men's championship will be on the 22nd. So you can mark your calendars for that. That's a ground ball to third, backhanded. The throw over to second, not there. So a run scores, question mark? I don't know if a run did score on that play. But either way, runners are at first and third.
Did a run just score?
Yeah. Okay, so it's 7-0 now. And that is a pop fly ball into shallow left field. The shortstop will go out and make the play. That'll be the 2nd out. They will throw home. The throw just off the mark, and Jolsrud ends up scoring. I believe that makes it 8-0. I'll have the code breaker, the code man. They throw back over to third, and the runner left early, so they are out. And that is the 3rd out, so the run will not count. It stays, I believe, 7-0. after the top of the first. John is going to double check for me just to make sure. But Team Puya, the defense comes through as they were looking to see if the runner left third early on the tag. He did, and he was called out. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. I believe the score is 7-0. We're going to double check on the score as we want to thank our sponsors. It is 8. Okay, so it is 8-0. All right, thank you so much for that. Double checking. We got 8-0, the score in the top of the first. Heading to the bottom of the first is Ryan Waldo. We'll take them out for Team 3 Out Rally. Thank you to all of our sponsors, including seniors, helping seniors where the caregivers are seniors themselves who show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at southernarizonaSHS.com or give them a call. Their phone number is in the post description. Thank you to Desert RV in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. If you're looking for a fifth wheel travel trailer or RV, check out desertrvcenter.com. Man, this wind just brutal, blowing in from the left field across to first base. And so, thank you also to BEREAN Academy, a proud supporter of our local sports where skill, strategy, and determination take center stage for the best in academics and athletics. Check out our good friends at BEREAN Academy of Sierra Vista. Leading off for Team Puya, it's Carmelo. They're down 8-0. Starts with a 1-1 count, and now it's 1-2 on that throw by Ryan Waldo. They're awaiting the wind possibly to do something here as that ball gets fouled and goes out of play. John will almost catch it on the hop. He'll chase it down behind me. And the ball will be thrown back in. Nice throw, John. Look at you. And that was a foul ball, so that is an out. When there's a 2-strike count, foul ball equals out. Aaron will step up to the plate. I believe the one female on this particular team. She pops it up over on the left field side. Yeah, that wind carried it up and over. It was like a horseshoe. That was absolutely crazy to see the wind affect it like that. This wind is nasty tonight. We hope you are indoors somewhere. And that pitch goes inside for a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes as they start with a 1-1 count. She gets a piece of it, pops it up in the air to the shortstop, played it out, comes back in, makes the catch with the lightning in the background. And as that catch is made, had the cool lightning look. And that is 2 outs. And now Mike will come up for Team Puya. And that is going to be called a strike as Ryan Waldo hits home plate with that throw. So again, it is 8-0 here in the bottom of the first with 2 down. And we got 2 up, 2 down. And that is a high fly ball to center field. Again, the wind is doing crazy things as Jolsrud comes in, makes the catch sliding to his knees, and that will be 3 up and 3 down. We're done with 1. We head to the top of the second in a game powered by SSVEC and brought to you by Stan Greer Millworks, Southeastern Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows with a distinguished history spanning 4 decades. Offices located in Tucson and on South Highway 92 in Hereford. Discover more at stangreermillworks.com and pass on a legacy with Stan Greer Millworks. Thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista and Cochise County, backed by MORSE. Believe it or not, 5 weeks ago, you guys might remember we did we're going to see that lightning in the background. Oh, beautiful replay there. Loving the replay with the lightning in the background. We ended up in a Hummer, a Hummer vehicle, and that was absolutely insane as a ball inside on the first pitch here in the top of the second inning. And that'll be a line drive grounder to first and a put out, 1 up, 1 down. But that Hummer sold in 3 hours. That was the point of my story. This game moves way too fast. Yeah, this is 1 down. An 8-0 lead for Team 3-out rally. And that is a soft fly ball to second base, caught. So literally 3 pitches, 2 outs. And I believe that will bring us back to the top of the order as Isaac will step up to the plate. And he steps up into that and boots it into right field. Juan catches it on the run, tosses it back in. So a 2-out single by Isaac Jolsrud. We'll see if Team 3-out rally can get a 2-out rally as they lead by 8 here in the top of the second. Jairo Duraso at the plate, and he gets a line drive that goes into right field as well. They'll send Isaac to third. They will hold him at third. No, he'll run all the way around and score on that play. It is 9-0. Team 3-out rally here in the top of the second with 2 down. Did I catch you up there? Did I catch you up okay? I'm just making sure. Okay. As the wind continues, look at the gust. You can see the dust just blowing across this field. That's going to be outside, so makes it a 2-1 count to Johnny at the plate. Where is this wind coming from? What kind of weather is this? And that is ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts runners on first and second. And we'll bring up Plum. Oh, this wind is absolutely brutal. It's going to say outside. Not by much, but just outside.
It's curving.
It is. The wind is being what a line drive catch. It's short, and that will end the inning. 2 left on, but 1 comes across, and it is 9-0. Team 3-out rally will head to the bottom of the second. This game moves very, very quickly. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union. Fired up to cheer on these fantastic athletes on our field tonight. They know that these sports like this builds character and the kind of community spirit that makes us all proud. At ASCU, your money stays local. Member NCUA, equal opportunity lender. Thank you to TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. You can stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Thank you to Prestige Remodeling and Restoration of Sierra Vista. This pioneered that visionary approach of customer-centric service. Find them online at prestigesierravista.com.
Awesome.
Man, what a powerful gust of wind. This is absolute. Were the games like this the other nights when you were calling them with, of course not. Kevin, why are you not here, Kevin? Kevin saw the weather forecast and said, yeah, I'm not going to be a bonehead and be out in the wind like this.
Even the dirt hurts.
First pitch from Ryan Waldo is inside for ball 2 to Ken, the number 4 hitter for Puya. It was 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. And here, in the bottom of the first, here in the bottom of the second, it is a leadoff single for, I believe that's Ken. And now Charles, I think, is coming up next. So 1 on, no outs. That toss goes inside for ball 2. Slow grounder. Looking to go turn 2. No, safe at first, but out at second. So 1 down, and Roberto will come to the plate as the wind is gusting again. Wind gusts up to 31 miles an hour tonight. And I think that's actually a little generous. So 1 down, runner on first. As now I'm feeling some drops of rain coming at me. Thank you to all of our sports sponsors. You can see them in the post description. The high pitch, bobbled, and not able to get it up. So, the error on the second baseman puts runners on first and second. They're going to swap out base runners. So, Roberto gets an infield single. He'll take over as first base coach as Carlos comes to the plate. And the wind is, oh, man. Got to wait for that pitch. Was that a strike? I had to turn around. I can't see anything.
Amazing lightning strike.
And that goes right to short. Toss to second, one out. And a double play by 3-out rally puts away the side. Retires the side. So 2 left on. Well, I guess technically 1 left on because there was a force out at second. No runs scored. And it remains 9-0. We'll head to the top of the third. Thank you to this game. Thank you to our sponsors for this game. Of course, powered by SSVEC. Thank you to Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, proud supporters of our amazing local athletes here in this championship Wednesday night. Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, local, reliable, professional. Thank you to the Doggo Lotto, the world's #1 shelter dog game show. Right here in Sierra Vista. Fetch your lucky numbers for free at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. And watch the show every Monday at 6 p.m. Arizona time to see if you won $3,000 in cash and prizes given away on the Doggo Lotto. Back to action here. Top of the third. 9-0 lead. Not sure who is at the plate. I lost count. There's no numbers in there. High fly ball to shallow right field. The second baseman and right fielder collide. And the right fielder goes down. And that will pause the action as he was pummeled by the second baseman coming out to try to make that catch. He gets up and walks it off. So that will be a double. So a runner on second with no outs for Team 3-out rally here in the top of the third. So the next batter will come to the plate as we reset. Waits on that slow pitch, lined into center field. Will they wave the runner home? They do, and he will come in easy. It's an RBI single for Orozco. It's 10-0. 3-out rally in the lead. Next batter waits, and that will be fouled and just going out of play. Here right next to us. Hey, how's it going? I got to turn my hat around because this wind is coming right at me. It is insane tonight. Absolutely bonkers. Bring it back, get a snack. Nope, we're just going to bring it back. We're just going to toss it back in the field. Yeah, no snack shack over here at Domingo Paez 1. The third place game, the bronze medal game, I guess is happening next to the field next to us. Or a different game altogether, I'm not sure. That's a line drive shot into left field. Will bounce in for a single. So now runners on first and second for Team 3-out rally. They continue the onslaught here. It is 10-0 here in the top of the third. And that is a high pop fly to right field. The right fielder battling the wind, makes the catch. Runner will advance from second to third. So I believe that is 1 out. One down, runners on the corners. And the pitcher, Ryan Waldo, at the plate. As they try to shift over, I don't know if the shift is the right thing to do, especially with the wind being what it is. Ryan watches a called strike, so it starts 1-1, now 1-2. And he waits on that pitch, goes over to second. Taps there and first for the double play, and that will retire the side, but not before they get one more. So it is 10-0 or 11-0. Now I can't remember. Too many runs being scored.
You guys hit me. Oh, Vista, you roll. Yeah.
Oh, Juan's doing okay, thankfully.
What's the score, sir? Is it 10?
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
They got one that inning, so whatever they had plus one.
Okay. So we're guessing it's 10-0 right now. And we're heading to the bottom of the third inning in a game powered by SSVEC, brought to you by Sonic of Sierra Vista. Today is Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids meals just $2.49. Thursday, tomorrow's 99-cent corn dog day. Thank you to Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10+ years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporters of local sports programs and athletes. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Proud to support our athletes all season long. If you're looking to buy or sell your home or land, make your first call to your real estate experts at the Sherry Ethel team. Check the post description for all of our sports sponsors. Juan, the right fielder who had that nasty collision during the last inning, leads off this one. Watches ball 2 go by. Again, they start with a 1-1 count. And that is a called strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. That wind is just taking the pitch. And yeah, it's doing weird things with it. That'll be a ball. Got some lightning in the background there. Again, there is a storm brewing. And that'll be ball 4. So Juan will take first base, a leadoff walk for Team Puya. Down by 10. Alfredo comes to the bat. Here in the bottom of the third. Light rainfall, very light drizzle. Gets a piece of that. Again, even on the pitch, the wind is nasty. Gusts up to 31 miles an hour. We believe it is probably more than that. And that is popped up on the right field side. Will go bounce into the fence. Nobody able to get there. And that will be an out because it's a foul ball on a 2-strike count. So 1 down. And now Devin will come to the plate. With 1 on, 1 down. I'm sorry, 2 down. Or is it 1 down? I don't even know anymore. There's no scoreboard here. It is so hard to keep track, especially with this wind blowing in my face where I have to turn my head and I miss the pitch. And he will take first base on the walk. And Carmelo, we are back to the top of the order for Team Puya. So Puya has runners on first and second. Carmelo comes up to the plate.
Just when the wind shut off.
That's a long throw. 3 balls, 1 strike to Carmelo. And he waits on that, and that'll take the base. So that will walk the bases loaded for Aaron to do some damage here with only 1 out. In the bottom of the third, her team down by 10. And that ball is short. Ball 2. And that is outside. The wind is now really hurting the pitcher more than it's been hurting the fielders as it gets hit into play. This is the championship, lower men's division. And that's a called strike. Gets a piece of it and goes into left field. The first run will score for Team Puya. The bases stay loaded, but Aaron drives in the first run for Team Puya. It's 10-1 with only one out. And the base is loaded for Mike. Short, ball 2. He gets a piece of that, goes hard to third base, off the back of the glove, the heel of the glove of the third baseman. One run will score. It's 10-2. And Ken will come to the plate for Team Puya. As the rain picks up here in the bottom of the third. Gets a piece of that, rips it foul into rights. That will go all the way to the wall. Boy, he got a big piece of that. I believe in the game to get here, he ended up hitting a walk-off home run to end that game by mercy rule. And with only one out, again, bases are loaded. A 2-strike pitch. And just as predicted on the weather app, the rain is here. That goes inside. That is way short. So still a 2-strike pitch. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he rips it into center field for a base hit. Will they hold the runner at third? No, they wave her around. It is a 2 RBI double, 10-4 with one down. And that will bring up Charles for Team Puya with runners on second and third. Got a piece of that. So 2-strike pitch for Ryan Waldo. As you can see the light show in the background. Rips it to third. Gloved, but no, laid down. So the runner from third will score. It's cut the lead in half now. It's 10-5 in the bottom of the third, but the runner on second base holds. So runners on first and second with one down. And Roberto comes to the plate for Team Puya. Gets a piece of that, and is that fair? It is. And now the bases are loaded again for Team Puya. So this brings Carlos to the plate. Carlos watches that go outside for ball 2, because they start with a 1-1 count. We are in the bottom of the third, and the bats have come alive for Team Puya. And that goes inside. This wind now gusting again. And that'll be ball 4. Take your base. Walk in a run. It's 10-6. And Juan will come to the plate. And that is popped up Easy play for the shortstop. Makes the basket catch. 2 down. But again, there's no easy catch with this wind swirling, blowing in from left center field and across the field. And that'll make it a 2-strike count. Ground ball to second base. Picked up, tossed to the shortstop for the 3rd out. But not before 6 runs come across the plate for Puya. And we'll head to the top of the 4th. It is 10-6. 3-out rally. Thank you so much, all of our sports sponsors. I know Cody's been leaving them in the post description as the rain continues to fall here. The wind continues to blow. Thank you to Eagle Plumbing, the Balsinger family, providing support and expert service in Cochise County for over 5 decades. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They are just one call away. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. Thank you to Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County with their medical providers in Bisbee and Douglas and in the Hereford Palominas area. Make an appointment with one of their medical providers today when you call the number in the post description. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, where you will always find quality from the ground up. Thank you to La Sierra Grill Steakhouse in Hereford, now open for lunch specials Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Visit LaSierraGrillSteakhouse.net, where flavor lives. Boy, waiting till the last second to swing on that pitch. You can see all of our sports sponsors in the post description. It's tough to go through all these, especially with the rain coming. Want to protect our phones. That is how we broadcast these games. The 2-out or 2-strike throw, the 2-strike is a single that goes low to the 3rd baseman. And they're going to say if he missed first base, no, he is safe. So they're saying he missed first base and kind of leaned in to possibly go a little further. But Maddox is aboard. So, runner on first, no outs. A 4-run lead for Team 3-out rally. And that is a pop fly ball. The shortstop going out, trying to make that catch. And it is a circus out here with this wind and rain. But he made the catch nonetheless. 1 down. Is that called a strike or a ball? I couldn't tell, but okay, so it was a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. She waits on that one, and is called strike, so full count. With 1 down, 1 on. That is popped into center field, and what a grab! On the slide, the ball swirling around in the air. I don't know how he made that catch, but he did. And there are 2 outs with 1 on. Matt at the plate before they hit the top of the order, and that is a strike called. Waits, dinks. Is it fair? It is. So a 2-out single puts runners on first and second as Isaac, the leadoff hitter, will come to the plate. Great job by the number 9 hitter, technically the number 10 hitter in the lineup here, because they have 4 outfielders in slow pitch softball. Isaac steps up. Foul ball. Wait. Man, that went all the way to the other field. Isaac steps up, drives it into shallow center field, and no, not able to make the catch. They will push the runner from first all the way home. And now it is 11-6. A 1 RBI double by Isaac puts runners on second and third. As Durasso comes to the plate, the rain continues to fall. The wind continues to blow. And the pitches continue to go wild because of that breeze. Coming right in our faces now. That's a line shot just off the glove of the second baseman. 2 runs will score. Run 12 and 13, I believe. A 2-out two RBI single for Durasso. It's a 2-out rally for Team 3-out rally. Waits on it and just outstretched over the outstretched arm of the second baseman. And they will stop the runner at second and hold the runner at third. So 2 in scoring position. As Plum will come to the plate. Thank you to all of our sponsors making this coverage possible here tonight. Ripped into center field. Will it be 1 run or 2? They will send the runner from second. No, hold him. So I believe it is now 14-6. The 2-out rally continues. Runners on first and third with 2 down. Ripped just past the shortstop into center field. 15-6. An RBI single with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. We're in the top of the 4th. And that is a ground ball. Going to short, backhanded. Force at third will retire the side. 2 left on. But a bunch of runs come across the plate. I believe it's 14-6. As the wind is blowing so hard, it is literally moving the camera. John is not moving the camera. It is the wind moving the camera. I'm going to blow it back this way. I'm going to hold it back this way as there's John in the blue going to check on the score to make sure. I believe it's 14-6. We're going to find out here in just a second as John triple checks. 15-6. All right. So code man, code breaker, if you could 15-6. Yep. So if you can make that correction, 15-6 is the score. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It is a 15-run rule in the 4th, 10-run rule in the 5th, I believe. So we'll see how the defense goes for Team 3-out rally. The bats came alive for Puya in the bottom of the 3rd. How will they do in the bottom of the 4th? Let's find out. That pitch brought to you by Allo Fiber, your new home team internet TV phone provider. Visit allofiber.com. Just out of the diving reach of the third baseman. Leadoff single for Team Puya. Thank you to Sierra Toyota. Right now, Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. You can get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. The wind is really gusting now. This is way more than 31 miles an hour. Ground ball goes foul, so it'll be a 2-strike pitch to Carmelo, the leadoff hitter for this team.
I'm stood in 100-mile-an-hour winds, and it's like we're like more than a quarter of the way. We've got to be at like 40 miles at least.
Yeah, it's kicking up dust everywhere. The rain is trying to knock it back down. The batter has to call time, waits on it, and fouls it back, and that'll be an out. So 1 down, 1 on. Aaron comes to the plate as this cloud of dust, just look at this. This is absolutely insane here at Domingo Paez 1. The lower men's championship. It's got to be co-ed if there's women on the team, right? I mean, it's a co-ed championship, not a men's championship. Line drive to short, toss to second, force there, throws to first, and a double play. And that will retire the side. No runs for Team Puya. 3-out rally will head to the top of the 5th, leading 15-6. So this will be the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th.
3-out rally scores 1 at least. If 3-out rally scores 1, and then Puya fails to score in their half, it's over.
Okay. All right. So 10-run rule at that point. Thank you so much.
That would make it 16-6, right?
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Thank you to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista. Hey, we're going to be there on Friday to interview someone who's running for Attorney General. But Vinny's Pizza serving up the best pizza, wings, and sandwiches for nearly 50 years on Frontage Road in Sierra Vista. And a game powered by SSVEC. 3-out rally. They hit a line drive shot to third. That not able to handle that hot hit to the hot corner. 1 on. No outs. Powered by SSVEC. And brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors, as that's popped up, but the wind is swirling, and I don't know if they're going to get there. Wow, what a play by Juan, coming all the way out of right field, the middle of nowhere, deep right, racing in and making the catch for out number 1. Thank you to Seniors Helping Seniors at Southern Arizona, SHS.com. Thank you to Jeff Rose and his team at Desert RV in Huachuca City at DesertRVCenter.com. That's ball 2, short. Thank you to BEREAN Academy, the best in academics and athletics here in Sierra Vista. Ryan waits on that one, and that one is a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Thank you to Stan Greer Millworks. Pass on a legacy with Stan Greer Millworks online at StanGreerMillworks.com. The 3-1. That goes long. It'll be ball 4. So Ryan will take first base, and they will bring in Isaac to pinch run for him in a game brought to you by the MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, and all of Cochise County, backed by Morse. So runners on at first and second, 1 out. Neal at the plate. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union at ASCU. Your money stays local. Bank with a company that is here in our community. American Southwest Credit Union at ASCU.org. Member NCUA, equal opportunity lender. Line drive into left field. They'll hold the runner at third. Base is loaded. 1 out for 3-out rally. So again, as the umpire explained, if they score 1 run, that will make it a 10-run lead. We'll have to go to the bottom half here in the 5th. That's a strike because the ball hit home plate. You could hear the thud from here. I'm not sure if you could hear it, but I could. Just barely over this wind, and that is going to be an out. Foul ball on 2 strikes equals 1 out, which makes 2 outs for this inning, and the wind is gusting again. Hold on tight, folks. This is nasty. With the rain coming down, it's pelting our faces. It stays fair. 2-run score. It's 17-6. A third one will come around. 18-6. Wait, 3 runs scored. So it was 18-6. On a triple. Thank you to TWN Communications. Delivering high-speed, affordable reliable internet and digital phone service. Thank you to Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, LLC. Jason and Heather Davis at PrestigeSierraVista.com. Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, local, reliable, professional. Might need our heater tonight, actually, instead of our cooler. That's a ball. Oh, yeah, I left my windows rolled down in my car. Oh, no. I'll just be surprised if my car didn't blow away. This is ridiculous. And that is ball 4. So runners on the corners for 3-out rally. They have a 12-run lead, and they're back to the top of the order with Isaac. Runners on first and third. 2 down. Ball. Got to call and let those guys know at the other field. I think that's going to be short. Oh, I tried to catch it on the bounce, wasn't able to get it, but a fan here able to toss it back in. This wind hitting us right in the face, the rain hitting us in the face. John spitting in my face. And there's a base hit into center field. Another run will score for 3-out rally. Great job by Joel Rude. Runners on first and second now. 2 down. Thank you to the Doggo Lotto. Fetch your lucky numbers online at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. Tune in Monday, 6 p.m. Arizona time, here on Cool FM Live. Thank you to Sonic of Sierra Vista. Hey, tomorrow's Thursday, which means it's 99-cent corn dog day at Sonic on East Fry Boulevard. Thank you to Duran Plumbing. That is lined into right center field, bouncing right in front of the right center fielder. They will hold the runner at third. Isaac he was almost halfway to third, had to stop in his tracks and go all the way back to second. So bases are loaded with 2 outs. As the runs continue to come in for Team 3-out rally. That's called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you again, Duran Plumbing, serving Cochise County for 10+ years. That is going into deep right field. 1, 2, 3. And an inside the park grand slam home run. Adds even more runs. And I've lost track. That was whatever it was plus 4. I believe it's now, I don't know if it's 22. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. And the rally continues. The bases were cleared, but now Plum hits a single to get to first base. 1 on. With 2 down. And that is popped up to shallow right field and caught for the 3rd out, but not before a ton of runs are scored. And we'll let John figure out what the score is. I don't know if you need to go run over and ask. He's going to go do that for us here. The wind is absolutely brutal with the rain pelting us in the face. It is stinging. Absolutely is. You can see the rain coming in over the top of us.
45 maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, the gusts.
Maybe less, no, but I mean the angle.
Oh, the angle for sure. Yeah.
Even down to 30, I don't know.
Yeah, it is a weird angle on this rain here. 23-6 code, man. If you can put that into the Chiron there. 23-6. Yes, Puya will need 7 runs just to continue this game. It's more than they've scored all game. That's a high fly ball to left center field. Isaac chasing, makes the catch. Boy, that ball started in one place in the air, ended up tailing. He stayed with it the entire way. And Team 3 Out Rally is 2 outs away from the lower co-ed championship. That's lined into right field. Does it stay fair? It does. Miz makes his way around second. He goes to third, and for some reason slows down, and he will have an inside the park home run. 23-7? Yeah. 23-7. Bases cleared. 1 out. Thank you to all of our sports sponsors. We'll mention them one more time before we close our broadcast this evening as I try to run through them quickly. The Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Looking to buy or sell your home or land, make your first call to your real estate experts. Thank you to the Bausinger family at Eagle Plumbing, serving Cochise County for over 50 years. That is ball 4. So a 1-out walk. You can see how this rain is coming at a 45-degree angle. Oh, thank you so much, Cody, for keeping track of the score. We appreciate that. Slow grounder. 1 out at second, but the runner is safe at first. 2 down. Thank you to Copper Queen Community Hospital, located in Bisbee, Douglas, and the Hereford, Palominas area. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. La Sierra Grill Steakhouse, where flavor lives. Aloe Fiber at aloefiber.com. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. Vinny's Pizza. That is inside. 1 out away from wrapping up this game and the championship. Popped up in the air. Trying to find it and make the catch. It will actually bounce foul because it bounced in play, but in front of home plate. The wind took it. It would have been a fly out, probably to like shallow center field, but it went straight up in the air, came down in front of home plate, bounced once, and then went to the backstop. That was a foul ball. It's a 2-strike pitch. Absolutely insane what the wind is doing here. And that gets rocketed into left field. So a 2-out single puts runners on first and second as Juan will come to the plate. Again, 1 out away from Team 3 Out Rally. But as Puya looks for a 2-out rally, and that's a called strike as it hits the front part of the plate. Swings, pop fly to left field. The left fielder goes over, out of his reach. 1 run will score. They will hold the other runner at third as the ball comes in. It is a 2-out rally. 23-8, question mark. Cody's got it covered for us on the Chiron as the run scores. 2 down, runners on second and third. The rain is getting worse. The wind is staying constant. There is no let up in the wind. You can see it in the light in front of you. That goes foul, foul, foul. That ball's not coming back. Someone's going to have to go chase that one down because there's no team playing over there. So as they chase that ball, thank you again to our sponsors making this coverage possible. They did get another ball. Okay, good. Don't want to have to be out here longer than we need to be. And that is out of play. And the heads up. And that will do it. That is the ball game. Team 3 Out Rally wins with a final score of 23-8. Thank you so much to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista, Sierra Toyota, Aloe Fiber, La Sierra Grill, Grasshopper Landscaping, Eagle Plumbing, the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, Duran Plumbing, Sonic on East Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista, the Doggo Lotto, Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, TWN Communications, American Southwest Credit Union, the MORSE Automotive Group, Stan Greer Millworks, BEREAN Academy, Desert RV in Huachuca City, Seniors Helping Seniors, and SSVEC for bringing you the coverage of tonight's game. Thank you to the Code Breaker in the studio, John Berger behind the camera. It's Jeff Davenport signing off. Congratulations to Team 3 Out Rally as they get together for their team photo. The champions of the lower co-ed or lower men's league is what it says, but the upper men's league will be playing on June 22nd. Mark your calendar. Hopefully the weather will be better. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night. Stay warm. We'll check in with you again later on.